Phoenix Rising and New Mexico United's rivalry doesn't stretch beyond 2019, but those 4 previous matchups have been nothing short of exhilarating. Devin Sandoval has been a thorn in the side of Rising and leads New Mexico United into the Valley to take on a scuffling Phoenix Rising side backed by Andre Rawls, who's been a wall in goal. It's another installment of this Desert Derby, so buckle up. We're in the Wild West next. Well, we are always fired up for this one. It's Phoenix Rising, it's New Mexico United. What a match we have on our hands here tonight. It's presented by Carvana. We're at Wild Horse Pass, of course, here in Chandler. With Devin Kerr, I'm Josh Eastern. Thanks for being with us, building up to first kick and looking at the Pacific Division standings, where Phoenix Rising, even though they have scuffled in the past couple of matches, they still hold a 9-point advantage with a game in hand in first place. But since 2017, this is the least amount of points earned over a 4-game stretch in Phoenix Rising history, with 3. How do they get back on track?
It's uncharacteristic. In that uncharted territory, what is your response going to be now? More importantly, what is it going to be in a heated rivalry match against New Mexico United? Fear not, Phoenix Rising fans. Though it hasn't been great recently, historically, this team does not falter once they've misstepped. They only have 4 back-to-back losses in the last 5 seasons. Go a step further, Josh. They haven't done it since 2018. This team is unbeaten when they come off a loss since 2019. Watch out, New Mexico United. That is not good for the visitors, but the visitors are actually in a very similar run of form. 5 straight draws. A loss before that. 6 games without a win. They are actually tied for the 2nd longest streak in league history. With a draw tonight, they would replicate history set by Orlando City B, 6 draws in a row set back in 2017. The difference was that team went 12 games unbeaten. This team hasn't won a game since July 12th in the 52nd minute game winner of Devin Sandoval. Here are your Mountain Division standings coming in. New Mexico United, though, still right there within the pecking order. A win coming into tonight gets them above the playoff line. Now, there's a lot going on around the mountain. This is entering tonight. The most important thing is they're relevant. This group, this division, this league does not like each other. Whether it's Phoenix and New Mexico, doesn't matter right now. New Mexico United want to focus on themselves, their performances, because although they haven't gotten results, their performances have not been bad.
So we are ready to go tonight for Wild Horse Pass. This has always produced some goals and some fire. Will we get it again here tonight? It's Phoenix Rising, New Mexico United. Kickoff is next.
Equality Health is giving doctors more time to be doctors, so they can give you the care you deserve. Ask if your doctor is part of the Equality Health Network today. Equality Health. Caring is back.
We're Carvana, the company who invented car vending machines and buying a car 100% online. Now we've created a brand new way for you to sell your car. Whether it's a year old or a few years old, we want to buy your car. So go to Carvana and enter your license plate, answer a few questions, and our techno wizardry calculates your car's value and gives you a real offer in seconds. When you're ready, we'll come to you, pay you on the spot, and pick up your car. That's it. So ditch the old way of selling your car and say hello to the new way at Carvana.
At Arizona Federal, our passion is to help out the community where you live and work, because where you bank should make you feel good. Show your support for the home team with the Phoenix Rising Visa debit card. When you open a new account, you can score $100 just for using your card when you shop. How's that for an easy goal? Be a part of our commitment to the community. Arizona Federal Credit Union.
The fans here at Wild Horse Pass ready for this one. Tonight's match is presented by Equality Health. It is Phoenix Rising, it's New Mexico United. So let's take a look at those starting lineups. We'll start with the home side, Phoenix Rising and Rick Schantz.
No surprise, couple changes coming in. Ben Lunt back to Cincinnati. Andre Rawls, who is currently tied for the Golden Glove in the USL Championship, back and goal. Joey Farrell asserts his position alongside James Musa. In a midfield three, they're going to be very active tonight. Watch the shape of Phoenix Rising getting pushed and pulled, but keep an eye on that man right there, Santi Moar. He is your Pacific Office automation player to watch. He is 9 games scoreless. You lose your 9, you lose Solomon Asante. Time to step up for Santi Moar.
And on the other side, Troy Lesane puts out this 3-back again for New Mexico United.
The change here with Josh Suggs isn't that much of a surprise. My question for them is going to be, as much as they want to spread this game, slow it down, and find ways to break Phoenix Rising down, can they still go quick in transition? And more importantly, can they hold their shape in the midfield with as talented as Quinn, Lambert, and Rodriguez are?
Tonight's referee, Ismir Pekmet. She's the man in the middle in blue. It's Phoenix in black. It is New Mexico United in all yellow, and we are underway from Wild Horse Pass. This is a match that always delivers. New Mexico United, as we talked about in the open, 5 straight draws. Started off with 2 0-0 draws, and now 3 straight 1-1 draws. But for Phoenix Rising, this has been I guess you could say, a historic stretch, not in the terms that they'd like it to be. Just 3 points over the last 4 matches. And they are trying to get back on track with a win. It has been quite some time. That loss uncharacteristic to Oakland Roots in the midweek. And Rick Schantz told us it was disappointing because there were opportunities for some players to show their quality and just did not live up to that expectation on the night.
Josh, throughout the stretch, though, it never hurts the fact that as you're trying to find a way to get back on track, you're still sitting on a 9-point lead coming into the night, right? And the fact that Orange County drew at the Battery virtually, now I get it, we're 75 seconds into the game, you're still sitting on that 9-point lead. This is about Phoenix Rising continuing to assert themselves, not just within the Pacific Division, but more importantly, try and chase down El Paso Locomotive, who only has that 1 loss on the season. And as we've mentioned a couple of times, New Mexico United, their performances have not been bad by any means, but slowly, all of those results are starting to slip away, and they're gonna lose the ability to lay chase to the likes of Switchbacks FC and RGV if they don't get back on track themselves.
Talking about those other top teams tonight, El Paso and San Antonio 1-1. Louisville lost to Birmingham. Tampa Bay beat Charlotte. So let's see if Phoenix can now do their part. And here's Joey Calistri. Early touchdown this right side. Cutting infield. Calistri has it blocked. He has some history in this matchup. Of course, going back to 2019 in New Mexico. This is just the 5th matchup between these two sides. 3 matchups in 2019, including the US Open Cup. And then 1 match last year was a 5-2 win for Phoenix, but there were some early goals in that one. You can already see some fire here in this one tonight.
Joey Calistri, who can forget the goal that he scored to climb the beanstalk and take down the giant that asserted themselves at the regular season champions back in 2019. What a ball through by Aiden Quinn, by the way. His vision on that early bodes well for the Rising.
Here's Santi Moar. This runs through Rodriguez, just wide. Good chance there, found a pocket of space, got the shot away. Tambakis able to watch it go wide.
The immediate response here from Justin Schmidt is to his boys in front. Everybody just slow your roll a little bit, calm down here with a parting of the seas just in front of Tambakis. A lot of space, good ball movement across. Was actually trying to find Aiden Quinn on the little breakthrough. It's a broken play. Good step in by Rodriguez. Couldn't put it on frame.
Mexico trying to look upfield. That pass wayward, and Phoenix will collect. Sandoval, little back heel, good interplay. It's Wehan cutting infield. Sandoval takes it and wide. Let's take a look at tonight's injury report brought to you by Spooner Physical Therapy. It is a bit of a longer list. Zach Lubin and Solomon Asante, who could miss a little bit more time. And on the other side for New Mexico United, Ilya Illich is out along with Harry Swartz and Sam Hamilton.
Of course, Hamilton gone for the rest of the season. What a blow that was to the back line in general, yet along the right side. Interesting to note that Kalen Ryden is available for selection, has made his way back from injury.
It's Moar, good challenge put in by Tete. The wind will no doubt play a factor tonight. Do you think of all the weather conditions, wind affects play the most?
It's obnoxious. It's the worst to play in, man, on either side. Obviously, you want the wind at your back, Josh, but even when you try and hit a long ball, you can never really truly get into a rhythm with how that tailwind is going to catch up and carry it.
Played ahead, early shot by Suggs, is scooped up by Rawls.
Of course, playing into it, it is even more difficult. Trying to keep it on the deck removes your ability to play long for the most part, unless you really get a hold of one, keep it low, and get your laces through it. It changes the dynamic of the game. And when you have a rivalry like this, all you want from both teams is top-notch performances, slugging it out for 90 minutes. And of course, there's Mother Nature getting involved.
Musa likes that long ball into the wind. Maybe not so much tonight.
No, but think about the one Aiden Quinn put through about the second minute.
Yeah.
That's the difference, right? Where you're not hitting any English on the ball whatsoever. You have to drive through this. Really put your laces on it, put it down, and poke right through it.
Switch of play, too far for Suggs. Well, Troy Lesesne saying coming into this match, he's happy with the last few matches. They've controlled games. It's enough to get results. But at a certain point, you need those results to start turning into wins. It's been, of course, 5 straight draws and 6 games without a win.
It's also a stretch, Josh, where you kind of felt like things were on the mend, right? They'd come off the first meeting against San Antonio FC. That was their 2-0 win. And then it turned. They went on the road. They lost to Switchbacks, on the road again. 2 games in 5 days. Lost to Monarchs, and then you think, oh no, as soon as they drop 3 in a row to El Paso, what's going to happen? But then boom, right back at it, 2 back-to-back, and they've been searching ever since.
Eastry curled that in, it was headed away. Now New Mexico can look upfield. Here's Wehan. Just his 3rd appearance back with New Mexico United since coming over from Orange County, where he made 16 appearances, scored 4 goals. Of course, 21 goals, 11 assists in the last 2 seasons in Albuquerque under Troy Lesesne. Here's Wehan.
Good ball.
Trying to play this in behind. Rawls read that perfectly. Do you think Wehan is that player that can elevate New Mexico United to just give them that extra little bit?
He can absolutely do that. The question is going to be how does everybody else around him respond? That ball right there is a good representation of what he's capable of. He'll drop down into the pocket, a quick turn, and he's happy to knock it in transition quickly. The problem is you don't necessarily have top-end speed out of Devin Sandoval to get on the end of it. And with guys on the back line like Joey Farrell and James Musa who can easily turn their shoulder, get it to another gear, and chase him down, you got to be careful. So you need a balance. Can you find the guys like Sergio Rivas, Josh Suggs in overlapping runs? Of course, Najam coming back into the squad. His first start at home, still incredible to me, was that game 3 back against El Paso Locomotive. He's been a great addition to the team as well. You've gotten nice balances defensively and moving forward on the left and right, respectively.
And just looking through this New Mexico roster, there's a lot of guys with a goal or 2. There's not that 1 goal scorer like you'd see with This is an extreme example, like a Haji Berry, where somebody's running away with the goals. It's sprinkled throughout this New Mexico roster.
The good news is that Troy Lesesne, their manager, feels like they're on the right track. If you take a look at their body of work, it hasn't been bad by any means. Now, you can question if they've scored enough goals, of course. What have these performances been like down the stretch, being up 1-0, conceding that goal, trying to eke one out, or going and finding the second and third goal? It's not often that you see a team that doesn't have an out-and-out number 9. They do have excellent help in supporting cast members, though. So can you be the building blocks together, where you don't necessarily have the needle at the top of the skyscraper, but you've got a lot of really pretty pieces underneath, right? You can still get to the penthouse, you can still get to the top tier, maybe just not necessarily having that overall flashy number 9.
Here's Rodriguez, brings it centrally. Long shot comes on. Tambakis down to his right, able to make the save. Since 1947, Select has been the leader in soccer ball quality and innovation. Select is the official ball supplier of the USL Championship and many of the elite leagues throughout Europe. For the latest Select products and special offers, please visit selectsportamerica.com. Weehan finding space on the right. Guzman, now Tenari. Makes this run through, clever bit of play. Here's the shot at New Mexico United. An opening goal for the yellow and black on the road.
Having the most amount of impact without ever touching the ball. What a build by United. In his 199th regular season appearance, Juan Pablo Guzman gets him started off. Quick little touch inside and they go to the work. The Bees dropping down into the pocket, leaves it, and then the run through for Sergio Rivas to tuck this into the corner. Masterclass tactical put on by New Mexico United.
What a start for Troy Lesesne's New Mexico United tonight on the road. It's Rivas' 4th goal on the season. And you talk about some of those pieces coming in this season. First year, spent 2 years with Reno, and he has had quite the start to this 2021 campaign. And New Mexico United, for the 2nd straight year, have scored the opening goal here against Phoenix Rising.
To understand, by the way, Josh, just take a look at the center circle right now. Devin Sandoval up high, and then you have Chris Weehan and Sergio Rivas tucked underneath. That's where you got to be careful if you're the center backs of Phoenix Rising. James Musa and Joey Farrell. I don't fault James Musa on this one, but as he's going to start to track Chris Weehan back in to the midfield, you've got to be careful with the space that opens up behind. Great recognition by Rivas to tuck himself in behind there, and more importantly, tuck that thing to bed in the bottom corner.
This is the 5th matchup overall, but the 4th in the USL Championship. And in league play, New Mexico United has scored the 1st goal in all 4 matchups. Let's go back and look at this goal. It was so nice. Let's watch it again.
Bad finish in the upper corner. Great dummy by Chris Weehan. Too late to apologize, but apologies are necessary.
Street trying to bring this down. Now it's Arturo Rodriguez. Black shirts running forward. Rodriguez leads it. Cutting in field, taking off the ball. It does well to win it right back. It's Lambert.
Great sequence.
Suggs stepped in. Lambert's there again for Phoenix. you're Phoenix Rising, where's the psyche at?
You're fine. 1-0, 15 minutes in. This team has seen so much over the past couple of seasons, specifically the last 3, and specifically from New Mexico United. Who can forget that ridiculous draw to start the season back in 2019? They're not going to feel rattled. There's the comeback in the 2-2 that won them that regular season title. Joey Calistri. This is just part of the process for the home squad right now, and understanding that, okay, you don't have your Prince and Solomon Asante, you don't have your captain. There's no excuses to be had, though. Next man up, and they've got plenty of them. There are too many quality players on this team to go quietly into the night. They won't be worried at all.
South End always making their noise, providing the soundtrack here at Wild Horse Pass. 15 minutes gone. A great start for the roadside. Equality Health reminds you that next time you or a loved one needs preventive or routine care, go to your doctor first. If you don't have a doctor, go to equalityhealth.com to find one near you. This is one back in a good area. Shuffled out, Calistri, and towards the back post. It was Egbo sliding in just a bit too late. You might want Calistri just to be selfish and take that himself.
Little surprised that he doesn't try and go to goal here, and to be fair, it's a gray area, Josh. He hits it with his instep. So your mind immediately thinks he's trying to pick out a runner, but he's got a lot of room to work with. He's a tactician on the ball himself. Pocket pick by Santi Moar as he slides this back across. Calistri, head down and put it on target.
It's got to be the best scoring chance thus far for Phoenix Rising.
That's where you can get it United, though. It's that quick little slide across, Josh, where you come square. Their lines are so good defensively, but they're also very flat at times. So what you end up with is Tenari, Juan Pablo Guzman, side by side, and there's this space in behind where if you can break that initial line of pressure, whether it's a quick restart, a little 5-yard ball through, Santi Moar starts to peel in. You'll see the same thing on the right-hand side with Joey Calistri. If he finds a way to get in behind Josh Suggs, that quick little cut inside, there's gonna be space. You've already seen a couple of balls move through in that fashion. It's what you do with it. Can you get someone on the end? Can you be that selfish player? Just like United's looking for the breakthrough. Can Joey Calistri, Santi Moar, Aiden Quinn step up and go find that equalizer?
Calistri trying to feed Egbo. Pressure here for Schmidt to get rid of it, and he does. Only as far as King. Calistri kept himself on side. Low cross in. Took a few deflections on the way. Moar in tight space. Santi Moar for Egbo. Crunching challenge. Stays alive. And now Musa gives it away, but wins it right back. Frantic play. Egbo over the bar. Did take a deflection. Corner kick, Phoenix.
Dear Lord, the Spaniards feeling this one. Who wants to tango? Nobody. Look at how quick his feet are. Even off the challenge by Tenari, he manages to slide one back to Egbo.
It's a Carvana corner kick now for Phoenix. And Aiden Quinn will swing this in. Towards the top of the 6, a diving header is blocked down by Yearwood. Big challenge came in, and now a chance for New Mexico United to get upfield. King commits the tactical foul. I'm sure that'll see him go into the book, and it will. You feel that was necessary?
No, I don't, and I was just going to lead into that, Josh. You're finally starting to read my mind. Feel free to get out of it.
Oh boy, I know, I need to get out quick.
It's a scary place to be sometimes, but 19 minutes in, when they're starting to attack here, you're going to win that foot race. all due respect to Devin Sandoval, what he's so good at is using that body to hold up play, turn and go the other direction. But he's smart enough. He would have stepped on this thing and waited for help. Darnell King had help on the back line as well. A bit surprised that he pulls him down in that fashion.
That press by Phoenix. Mexico able to get it out wide. Here's Rivas. Now Lambert and Farrell. The best play on a new Ford is at Sanderson Ford, Arizona's largest Ford dealership. There's that long ball by Musa. This will skip a bit too far. Find Tambakis. Sergio Rivas' goal is the difference. Seattle University Red Hawk. Rivas in the 11th minute. Guzman. The end line, Rivas couldn't bring that in and had to send a cross away. Lambert. Now, this is another good chapter in this rivalry, but it's also another good chance to look at both these head coaches and what they're wearing. Troy Lesesne always buttoned up, very nice, formal suit. And Rick Schantz, he's gotten a bit more casual lately, right?
I don't mind him changing things up, though. I loved the beard. I was a big fan of the beard. there was actually some really fun slogans, sayings floating around. I heard something about the Russian mafia.
Oh, okay.
I got out of that thread real quick,
Sure.
but it was really funny. It suited him well.
No pun intended.
Pun intended.
Oh,
that's
boy.
a dad joke of the day, my
Uh-oh.
friend. Signed, sealed, and delivered. You better believe it.
Played out wide for David Egbo. Helps it along for Quinn. Schmidt forces a throw-in. There's Moar. Schmidt there again to knock this out of play. Rodriguez out in the box, went down. Smear Pekmich said play on.
The argument from Rick Schantz, the fourth official, is all the way down in the other corner of what the challenge looked like. Don't think there's much merit in it, to be fair, with he slowed down. More importantly, Rick just wants to know if the referee's willing to have a conversation. This is the question mark. Pablo Guzman, little connection just around the elbow.
Farrell drives this into the middle. Here's Schmidt. Now Aiden Quinn for Rodriguez.
Just notice the way that they're building, Josh. They have no real options on the inside. As Quinn just went to Rodriguez, it was a very quick ball that had to be absolutely perfect to find him. Darnell King, your turn. Bit warm for a slip and slide, but I'm always down for it. The sand may be a problem with this storm going on.
It's true.
Grab some goggles.
Bo and Schmidt getting tangled up.
But as they open themselves up wide, you know that the outside backs are going to get high. Lambert's coming so deep, and Rodriguez and Quinn are so far from each other that there's a lot of space on the inside to operate and nobody there.
Calistri fired that across. It's always going to be a tough angle. Musa who went down. Referee lets play continue on. He was right on top of it. Look at this build-up again from New Mexico, and Josh Suggs. This ball skips all the way into the corner, but he does a very good job to just stop that in its tracks. Tenari. Rodriguez there defensively. So far, pretty easy on the eye for New Mexico United, especially when in possession. Sandoval went down. Now Phoenix looks to play out. Weehan behind Najam, and now it's Aiden Quinn. Mexico United doing a good job getting themselves in the passing lanes of Phoenix, making it difficult to play through. Pressure from behind, and Egbo commits the foul. Referee was content to just let that go on. Here's the header, and it just goes wide. The ball came to a stop there in the middle, and the referee said, all right, that's good with me.
Evan Sandoval is so good in the air, but his ability to contort himself and even just get this close to frame.
Weehan, Sandoval gets this back, good play again, but the shot is not on target. Tenari again finding himself in a good pocket of space.
Just doubting himself a little bit though. Notice he just kind of stabbed at it as opposed to driving through. That'd be a problem in general, yet alone with the wind. Like the idea that most people expect this ball, myself included, to come back across the left shoulder. James Musa had the runner that time around, learned his lesson. Andrew Tenari saw the space, but as he stepped into it, that tiny hesitation, just leans back, sprays it up over top.
Another deflected pass in the middle. Lambert. And off the back of Calistri. And that should be a throw-in for New Mexico, and it is.
This has got to be a conversation if you're Phoenix Rising about your midfield. And I'm not blaming it on them, just saying that you've got to find a different shape right now because of how deep Lambert comes. Now you're trying to get a little bit of help. Usually it's coming from Quinn. It's not always two holding midfielders, but Rodriguez is so far that there's no link-up play. So you have to resort yourself to the outside, and that's immediately covered too. Start to ask some other questions. Quicker build, long balls to stretch up over the top. You need hold-up play. And it doesn't have to be the same thing over and over, but you got to keep United honest in these situations. Right now, too easy to see where the threats are coming from.
Here's Moar. Trying to switch the play. Calistri. Farrell looking for that long diagonal. And too tall for Moar. August is USL Supporters Month, and we want to hear from you. Visit uslchampionship.com/supporters-month for more information on how you can get involved and have a chance to be featured as the supporter of the week. Here's Lambert, right in the middle again.
That's the idea, though. Lambert steps through the first amount of pressure. Little turn by Quinn, gets away, but better.
Moar trying to turn the corner. Almost got it back centrally. Tenari keeps this in play. Yearwood able to knock this out. Throw in for Phoenix. Past the half-hour mark tonight here at Wild Horse Pass. Rodriguez goes down right in front of the AR. Rodriguez thought he was fouled. Conversation now between Arturo Rodriguez and Ismir Pekmic.
He's got to calm this down if you're Arturo Rodriguez. I don't necessarily disagree with the fact that he doesn't like the way that the calls are going, neither for himself nor his team. But you keep running your mouth. You're going to grab an unnecessary card here. Try and refocus. 22 years of age. Look to guys around you. Aiden Quinn. Start settling them down. Lean on the veterans. That's a foul and a rough one.
Advantage being played by the referee. Moar weaving through. Spin move and then taken off the ball. I'm sure the referee will come back and visit that in just a moment. Sandoval sends this downfield for Andre Rawls. And there's another challenge in the middle, and Rodriguez goes down again. This will be yellow to Juan Pablo Guzman.
Probably should have been one before, to be fair. And unfortunately for Arturo Rodriguez, he's the recipient of these challenges both times. The one down in the corner that doesn't get called about 30 seconds prior on the build before Moar gives it away, and then just now. Who's the calming presence going to be for Rising? Another heavy challenge on the young midfielder. The good news is they're starting to find a bit of rhythm. They are starting to build in that cohesive unit that we saw earlier this season.
And you can see the rivalry coming to life.
It would be wrong if they weren't friends, right?
It's true. Interesting result, just going final in San Antonio. And San Antonio got a late winner from Justin Dillon to take down El Paso 2-1.
That's a massive result. Second time this year. End up in the loss column for El Paso Locomotive. Only RGV could lay claim to that previously.
Suggs coming together with their Arturo Rodriguez again.
I gotta be honest, no, I understand that it's just the distance from our crowd mic. There's some pro New Mexico fans in the stands here that we're picking up.
I think there's actually some right in the first row, if I saw correctly.
That's convenient.
It sure is.
Behind the benches and everything. Wonder if they brought cookies.
I did.
I didn't get my hands on any of those. Hadn't even had dinner by the time you showed up with dessert. Did you bake them yourself? That's the real question.
No.
You're starting to expand your recipe booklet. And
yeah, you know, we're getting there. I'm not a baker quite yet.
Okay. It's a science.
Weehan trying to make something here for New Mexico United. Coming in field, Sandoval. Sprayed out wide to the right. Cross. Blocked down. Mexico United player down on that far side. Now he gets back to his feet. Here's Weehan on that right foot. Right off of Kevin Lambert. Guzman sprays it out wide again for Suggs. One-on-one with King. Josh Suggs just wide. Wasn't a bad effort from the left wing back.
Not sure if you could pick a more appropriate battle between outside backs when it comes down to Darnell King and Josh Suggs and the way that they both like to attack and play. Very similar in that nature. Up and down, very active all night long. Great in one-on-one situations, both offensively and defensively. Speaking of, Josh, if you notice the line of United a little bit deeper now. They've dropped off a little bit, don't have as many numbers going forward. When they do try and build, it's with smaller numbers. That's not a bad thing at all. It's just, it's very difficult to maintain that type of energy for that long in any game, let alone on the road at Wild Horse Pass.
Fans, don't wait on picking your seats for Rising's next home match on September 15th versus Las Vegas. Single match tickets on sale with a great family 4-pack and 4 Peaks night out options starting at $20 per ticket that also feed the whole family. Text Rising to 20123 to connect with a representative or visit phxrisingfc.com/tickets for more information. Here's Egbo. Referee will blow the play dead as Darnell King is down. King back on his feet, and a bit of a timeout here as Rick Schantz can talk to his players. Break and play here, and conversations ongoing with both coaching staffs and with the referee. It's been a heated first half, to say the least. Don't forget, if you can't make it to the game, you can watch Phoenix Rising Soccer live on CW61 Arizona and channel 1006, or stream it live on the ABC 15 app, on Roku and other streaming platforms. CW61 Arizona, your home for Phoenix Rising. Looks like Weehan will get there first. Farrell closed down that passing lane quickly. Here's Farrell. And now Aiden Quinn charging upfield. Switch of play, looking for Calistri. Trying to just pad that towards goal off his right foot. And it went wide.
Just ask some different questions, though, here. Just before halftime, look for some momentum. The game's gone a bit stagnant. The air and emotion starting to subside. If you're Rising, set a new precedent for yourself. I love the long ball up over the top. No, Joey Calistri doesn't connect, but more importantly, it's a different look, Josh. They've tried to play through the middle unsuccessfully. Go through Santimora a little bit more, not going to happen. Target man and Egbo, that's been removed as well. So can you go the non-conventional method where you're playing these 20, 30-yard balls into Joey Calistri on the diagonal? If you're coming from the right side, can you find Moar up over top of the back line for United? That's what they're asking right now. It's got to be quicker.
A yellow card to Andrew Tenari for a handball. Correction, that to Tete. They were both standing next to the referee. And now a free kick coming for Phoenix Rising on that left side.
You had a 50-50 shot.
I did.
You took your shot. I commend you for it.
Well, the referee put the yellow card basically right next to
it. We don't need the explanation.
All right.
Appreciate you.
You kept going. I thought I'd explain myself.
Fair enough. Sometimes less is more.
Sure. Sure, I agree. Arturo Rodriguez and Aiden Quinn. It's Rodriguez. A lot of depth to this one. Farrell heads it down. He's so good on those set pieces, but saved by Tambakis.
It's not an easy one either with Joey Farrell coming up over the top, because this could go any which way against Alex Tambakis. Has to account for so many different angles here, and to be fair to Joey Farrell, does such a good job with that tiny amount of room that he's got. Justin Schmidt pretty good in the air himself, and the fact that he's able to prolong this attack that long and Farrell still gets something off at the end, it's a good set piece.
Good challenge there put in by Tete. And the flag up for offside. Play continues. Tenari plays it out wide. Here's a good chance for Weehan. Clips it back across, and a long run for Rivas. Does well to keep it in play. 2 minutes of Sprout stoppage time. This cross fizzled in. Tenari taking off the ball. Here's Aiden Quinn. Rodriguez pushed from behind as play continues on through Calistri, who cuts in field, goes for goal. Big save, Tambakis. Just down to his right. Najib keeps it in play. And out for a throw-in. That's a big save from the goalkeeper. Calistri on the turn. Quinn trying to come through. Foul on Calistri.
Alex Tambakis is starting to put on a clinic in goal for New Mexico United. What a save this was, coming all the way to his right shoulder. Don't really fault Joey Calistri here on what was basically a lean in the midfield right in front of him. Good on Andrew Tenari right in front of the referee, plays the game a little bit. More importantly, the goalkeeper with another fantastic save to keep that 0 before halftime.
This game always has goals. In every single matchup, each team has scored multiple goals. So could there be more coming? But the last few matchups for New Mexico United in league play have either been 0-0 or 1-1. Last 5 games, all draws. Let's put out a play. And the referee will blow his whistle to end this first half. It's New Mexico United that has the advantage at halftime. Alex Tambakis with some big saves in that first 45 minutes. And some words being exchanged as the teams head off. Always a fun matchup when Phoenix and New Mexico get together, but it's New Mexico with the 1-0 advantage through 45 minutes. Halftime here from Wild Horse Pass. Stay with us. It's 1-0 New Mexico.
At Arizona Federal, our passion is to help out the community where you live and work, because where you bank Visa debit card. When you open a new account, you can score $100 just for using your card when you shop. How's that for an easy goal? Be a part of our commitment to the community. Arizona Federal Credit Union.
Pacific Office Automation is the one source for all of your business technology, copiers and printers, managed IT and cloud services, unified communications and telephones, security systems and cameras, complete conference room packages. You need to partner with a total office solutions provider that gets it. Pacific.
Welcome to the Phoenix Rising Halftime Show. I'm Craig Fouie, sitting alongside head coach Rick Schantz. Coach, a draw last week, obviously struggling scoring goals. You didn't let the opponent score, but you guys didn't get in the goal either.
Yeah, it's a little bit difficult. Teams are getting a little more organized. They've got a lot of film on us. This is one of the challenges when you play a team 4 times in one season. True. You know, so everyone kind of figures each other out, and we know what the strengths and weaknesses are. And when you're at home, you have the responsibility kind of to, what we say, make the game. It doesn't matter how many players are on the back line if they're just standing still. And I think that was one of the problems and probably the frustration that even our fans have is that there's just not enough movement and there's not enough, you know, give and goes. There's not enough sharpness to our attack right now. So the exciting news is, you know, Darren Maddox is here, and that is really what he's all about is quick movements and sharpness, and I think that's going to add a lot to our team. So the silver lining is we got another clean sheet, and the defense is doing its job. So, you know, we have to thank Andre Rawls for that one.
Well, let me ask you the obvious follow-up to that. It's August. The temperatures are still hot. You guys have been playing here at home quite a bit. The humidity's up right now. How much of that is just fatigue?
Yeah, it's difficult, obviously, when you have these teams come in and they kind of sit back a little bit. But ironically, when we control the game and we have a lot of possession, you actually run less. So the opponent that is in a low block or a middle block, is what we call it, is kind of quote unquote prevent defense. Right. They have to run a lot and they have to be organized and move side to side. But we weren't moving them enough. And I think as the game wore on, you could see they were building in confidence, and we were starting to get frustrated and give them a chance. So the heat is difficult, and when you're not scoring, it makes it a lot harder.
Yeah, and then you have the metrics to back that up, right? Because these guys are wearing the vests, and you know how much running they do. Right. How does that compare with the statistics?
Well, the game at San Diego that we won 1-0, where we had 0 possession, that's the most distance and sprinting that we have done in any game all season. Wow. So compare that to a lot of our winning games, where we didn't run half as much. So.
I am a first-generation student here at Bellevue University. I feel like if I were to have gone to a different university, my experience would have been a lot more stressful and overwhelming, because I feel like I wouldn't have gotten that personal experience that Bellevue University has to offer.
City double their money, and how sweet the sound in Lynn Family Stadium.
Halftime here from Wild Horse Pass. It's Phoenix 0. It's New Mexico 1. Time to look at news and notes from around USL Championship. It's been a busy month here in Supporters Month, coming to a close. Clear Audio Player of the Week is Russell Cicerone. A hat trick against Atlanta United 2 the other night. A brace, including a winner tonight against Hartford, who's on ESPN2 on September 7th.
A winner in added extra time. He could go back-to-back here for Player of the Week, and all of a sudden, Haji Berry getting a little nervous in the Golden Boot. No, I can't even say it. That's a joke.
Because you know what? Haji Berry scored tonight.
Shocking. Shocking. Because there are 3 things that are starting the USL Championship. They're all Haji Berry scoring. All 3.
All 3?
All 3.
Okay.
He's only not scoring in 4 games this season.
That's crazy.
Move on.
Some scores from around the league. And El Paso, that is the big result tonight. Losing for just the second time. How about Oakland Roots?
I'll give it to them. They're back on track. I still maintain that gap is too much. However, if I'm not mistaken, that's wins in 4 out of the last 5. I don't consider myself a mathematician, but when I see 4 green and 1 gray, that's 4 out of the last 5, Josh. You're welcome.
Devin will still work on his counting as halftime continues on. It's New Mexico 1, it's Phoenix 0. Second half is coming up.
The unknown is not empty. It's a storm that crashes and consumes, replacing thought with worry. But one thing can calm uncertainty: an answer. Uncovered through exploration, teamwork, and innovation. An answer that leads to even more answers. Mayo Clinic. You know where to go.
Welcome back to the Phoenix Rising Halftime Show with Rick Shantz. Coach, let me just ask you about 3 games in a week. I mean, it's August. You're traveling in between. You play a home game, travel to Oakland, come back, another home game. How tough is that on the guys?
It's difficult. It's not as bad as the last time where we had 3 and we had to go Wednesday on the road and Saturday on the road. That was very tough because you're not sleeping in your own bed. You're not taking advantage of the resources we have here in Phoenix. So this week, it's a quick turnaround. We're prepared. We've been working on it. We know the guys physically are ready. It's just we've hit that point of the year where it's time to really buckle down and grind, and they have to work hard. If we take it easy now and we try to go easy in training, then the result at the end of the season will be not good. So we've talked to them that this 6-week cycle is going to be hard. The results are going to be tough to come by, but the result will be they'll be ready for playoffs.
Well, and to your point, you got to finish up August, then get in through September and through October.
Right.
So there's a lot of season left to play.
Yeah.
And this is sort of what would be the summer grind or the mid-season grind, I guess, of soccer.
Right. So we break the season up into 6-week cycles.
Okay.
And, scientifically, your body takes about 6 weeks to adapt to anything. And so we have 12 weeks left. Right. So this is kind of the last 6 weeks where you can really get after it and push them and try and make them a little bit better. And our goal right now is if we make every player 5% better, then collectively it'll be massive. So then the last 6 weeks, hopefully you taper off and you're really running into the playoffs with good energy.
So you want to peak basically heading into the playoffs.
Absolutely, absolutely. This is the period of time where we kind of kill them a little bit, and it might not be pretty for the fans, but trust me, there's a plan.
How much science goes into that? And right, I mean, a lot, right? I'm
yeah.
sure.
4 years of studying our team, our culture, the weather, the environment, the size of the fields. I can only tell you how many things are important to us that we look at and keep data on, and we've got a really good idea about how things go. But the ultimate determining factor is the players themselves, and to see if they're getting used to it. So I think we'll be ready.
Well, good luck the rest of the way tonight, Coach. It's great to see you. We'll see you next week. This has been the Phoenix Rising Halftime Show here on CW61 Arizona. Second half action coming up.
Does anyone really understand kids? Phoenix Children's does. And as they grow, our pediatricians are with them and you every step of the way. Phoenix Children's. Meet our pediatricians.
It starts off with a little seed, and with a little love from nature, it sprouts to life. And when delicious fresh fruits and veggies are perfect, they are rushed to the home of fresh. Sprouts, where goodness grows.
Equality Health is giving doctors more time to be doctors, so they can give you the care you deserve. Ask if your doctor is part of the Equality Health Network today. Equality Health. Caring is back.
Ready to go for the second half. It's New Mexico 1. It's Phoenix Rising 0. Can they turn the tide in the second 45 minutes? Let's go back and look.
Back across the right, he'll lay it across for someone else. Those late trailing runs through the middle. Juan Pablo Guzman, Andrew Tenari, and Weehan and Rivas tucking themselves in. You have to be oh so careful if you're Darnell King.
So we are ready to go for this second half. With Devin Kerr, I'm Josh Eastern. Thanks for staying up late with us if you're on the East Coast. A fun matchup, it always is, between these two sides, and we enjoyed a good first 45 minutes. Let's see what this second half brings. Here from Wild Horse Pass. Quinn keeps this moving, and New Mexico able to knock it clear. It's been a night where both El Paso and Louisville have lost. Tampa Bay and Pittsburgh both got wins in their respective matches, and now the division leaders right now in Phoenix Rising will need to come from behind in the Pacific Division.
Oops.
Misplaced clearance, yeah, by Tete, and a corner kick gifted to Phoenix Rising.
It's a little bit of a misstep there on the back line. Rising won't care. He'll take anything just to find some sort of positivity here, Josh. A team that was lacking a lot of it in the first half. Wasn't all bad. Certainly was not overly asserting.
Rodriguez curls. Schmidt there to head it away. Lehan helps it along, and here's Rivas. Cutting in field. Switching the play for Tenari. There's not a hold play for New Mexico. King now gets it out wide. Quinn back for Darnell King. And this is a Phoenix Rising side looking to break out of a bit of a funk here. Get back on the winning track. Schmidt puts that into the stands behind the goal. Well, let's hear from Rick Shantz and his thoughts on the first half.
Coach, a very emotional first half. How do you feel the guys handle the first half emotions?
We're still getting bad mistakes, really bad turnovers. They're very narrow and where you have to find that pocket in the middle and be brave. I think the referee got too caught up in the emotions himself. He made a couple of mistakes he sent Darnell off and he never got treatment. So there's some things that, of course, that we get frustrated because we're losing. So that's the bottom line.
Do you think you have to make any major adjustments or just slight adjustments for the second half?
No, I think we're getting chances. We're fine. We just got to pay attention. They bring both wingers in very narrow on either side of Kev, like everybody else is doing nowadays, and the center backs are not stepping.
Always good to hear from Rick Shantz at halftime, and anything you took out of that?
I agreed with him. What they're doing, New Mexico United, isn't groundbreaking, just the response isn't there. Rivas and Chris Wehan talking themselves in. Najim and Suggs at times, but if you notice, immediately that narrow shape that he talks about for the opposition, they immediately spread themselves out even further wide, right? So you go thin, but then you spring, and that balance for Rising just struggling a little bit right now to maintain the tempo as you do go tit for tat on the other side of the ball.
Are you seeing similarities with previous teams and what they've tried to do? We talked about Orange County and Sacramento sitting back a little bit deeper, and Phoenix has had their trouble with those deep blocks.
Not necessarily say this team is sitting back on them. It's just more about execution, right? There's plenty of space to be had here. Coach Rick Shantz talked about it, where even just now, Josh, you come outside, you work back inside quickly. It's there. It's just whether or not you can go from A to B, and then at certain points in time, you're going to have to jump the gauntlet and go straight to Z.
They tried to right there, and Egbo's header went over the bar.
Would say that one of the biggest faults of this team for Phoenix Rising this year is really reverting away from what they used to be so great at, and that was 100 miles an hour from start to finish. And that could mean the beginning of the game to the end of the game. That could also mean on a specific play where it's just a quick ball over the back, run and gun style football. Remember, as we closed out the first half, I said to you, you need to give different looks. They were too predictable. And as the half started to close out, they did give different looks. So keep them guessing. This New Mexico United team on the back line, this is a good look at it right now. Look at the back three. They're very thin. They're willing to take chances. And Phoenix Rising can step into that space.
And they'll try to right here. Calistri. Look at all that space. Rodriguez saved. Tambakis, another great stop and goal. And now a chance for Devin Sandoval. Gets it out wide, everybody offside.
Alex Tambakis, take a bow, my friend. Well done. They go quick, but then you slow it down. You allow the play to develop. Rodriguez laying and waiting, top of the 18. Not a great strike, but not a bad one. There's enough momentum on it, Josh. The problem is it's pretty close to the goalkeeper. But another good save by the netminder from New Mexico United.
And Lambert just getting tangled up. And now coming together. Pushing and shoving continues, and now the referee needs to step in and calm things down. There's not a lot of history in this rivalry, just the third year. You can see how much this means to both sides.
What's the old saying? Age is just a number.
Sure.
There's not a lot in terms of the depth of how many games they've played. But the hatred runs deep between these two. You can sense it every single time there's a matchup. And just at the start of the second half, emotions running high once again. The referee backing off, Ismir Pekmic allowing this to develop and see exactly how it's going to play out. He's letting guys get themselves into trouble, circumvent the whole thing, and then make his decision. It's also right in front of the fourth official.
So Suggs in conversation with Ismir Pekmic. And a yellow card to Josh Suggs.
I'd be shocked if it was only one of them.
Looks like that'll be it.
David Najm giving the play-by-play, the referee, what the initial infraction was. I appreciate it.
And just like that, back underway. Here comes New Mexico. Suggs to the end line, tries to square this ball. Looks like that went out for a corner kick. That's what it'll be for New Mexico United. They're taking their time to put this back into play. Look at that, all ages in the south end. It's a Carvana corner kick for Rivas. They'll take it short, Weehan. Back for Rivas, looking for that run of Tete. He had a lot of space and never got to him. And now Moar. Tambakis steps in and just puts this out of play. Phoenix trying to go quickly. Be another throw-in. Maybe not. It looks like that's going to be a free kick, and back to New Mexico. Najm is down, getting back to his feet. You can kind of sense the crowd getting a bit restless, and that's something Rick Schantz talked about a few years ago. There was none of that. They were going through their struggles. Now all of a sudden there's the pressure to win. He talked about that, and he said that's what you sign up for.
They're spoiled in the most polite way. Think about it. Since the rebrand, Josh, this team has known nothing but success, and at the highest level. not just within the Western Conference, but the entire USL Championship. 2017, they lose in the semis, okay? Excuse me, in the quarters, my apologies. I think that's right.
I think you're right.
Yeah, quarters, Swope Park Rangers, the eventual team that comes out of the West.
Here's Moar to the end line.
2018, another step. Great players, great season, more goals, less given up. Lose in the final. 2019, 20 wins in a row. Who could forget it? Set records for points, goals, wins, goal differential, you name it. Lose again. This time you lose in the Western Conference semis, but you have a great season. You know, Supporter Shield, Western Conference, all that jazz. And then 2020, all the way to the final that never was.
Santi Moar cutting in field and sending it out of play.
Slow it down here. The Spaniard's starting to feel himself, though. He's getting a couple opportunities. You can sense the frustration by Santi Moar. Even in a United jersey, how many times did you see him cut this back across, bury this thing in the bottom corner? The quick feet, good defending, though. As you cut back inside here from Tete, he notices the entire idealism here is for Moar to bring this all the way back across his body. Doesn't let that happen. The only option you have is the upper corner.
Lambert fouls Sandoval. Free kick, New Mexico. And Josh Suggs looks like we'll swing this in. There as well. I'll play it in short. Something off the training ground didn't quite come off. And a chance now for Phoenix to come upfield. Here's Santi Moar leading the charge. Quinn centers this. The shot is in! Joey Calistri! He knows a thing or two about scoring against New Mexico. It's 1-1.
Patience truly is a virtue. Emotions subsided. Finally, you're getting your team to perform at the highest level you can. Absorb the pressure on one end, step into the other. Here's the transitional play, and watch this by Aiden Quinn. Could have easily taken a touch, gone near post, could have sprayed it back across. Instead, watch the vision. That is the visionary of the man in the Western Conference. One of the best midfielders in the game, teamed up with the Spaniard that has been magnificent over the past 7 minutes. And then guess who? Joey the Giant Slayer, Calistri in the bottom corner for the equalizer.
His second of the season. It's presented by Arizona Federal Credit Union. And we're going to have to go back and check the film because it was almost the Sonic happy hour, but here's a chance for New Mexico. If a rising player would have scored during the 60th minute, one lucky fan would have won a $500 Sonic gift card. Here comes Rodriguez. Space on the right side. It's Calistri, it's saved. Nearly did it again. And this game's starting to come to life.
8 seconds too early on Sonic Happy Hour, but on a moment's notice late for Tembakis once again. Great movement. Rodriguez head up, just like Quinn. You go the other direction. Very well done to allow this to develop over the right shoulder. Drops it into space. There's the flat back three by United. The late run in, and this is better. Head down. When you can't put your laces on it for power, you go precision on the instep and just put it on frame.
Flicked header. And now put out of play. And Phoenix trying to put their foot on the gas just a little bit more. Past the hour mark, they have their equalizer. Quinn sends this in. Weehan just sends it straight up into the air. Schmidt does well. Rodriguez bounces in. A shot over the bar. Two of the East's best clash to kick off a fall to remember when the USL on ESPN continues. Perennial contenders Lou City travel to Dillon Stadium to meet Hartford Athletic in a potential playoff preview September 7th, 7 p.m. Eastern on ESPN 2.
How's that face? Zach Prince and Troy Lesane. Bit of concern.
You'd have to think.
They're spread really thin right now.
Moar.
Yeah, they got to slow this game down. It's spread really thin. They're scrambling on the back line. 6s and 7s in the midfield. But notice, we've talked about it the entire time up until the goal, but especially here in the second half, that space is there. It's that little cut back to bypass the initial line of confrontation, and then truly, the world is yours. You beat one player, you can beat the entire team, because then they have to step up. One domino falls, and then everybody follows suit.
There's Sandoval.
Numbers.
Rivas. Maybe a chance for Phoenix Rising. Here's Quinn. Finding the space on the right again. Rodriguez calling for it. Here's Calistri. His shot blocked.
Just be careful here if you're Phoenix Rising, because just then, although it didn't come all the way to the back post after another great ball by Aiden Quinn and Joey Calistri, Tate Schmidt starting to gamble a little bit there. I like the numbers going forward for Rising, but there also has to be that balance that we talked about, Josh. The equilibrium is starting to slip for both of these squads. New Mexico United having trouble in these little spaces, tracking all the runners in the build-up play. And for Phoenix Rising, just have to make sure that if you commit in one area, you don't overcommit in the other.
Darnell King. It's just dumped into the corner and out of play. Fans, be sure to get to Arizona Federal Credit Union to get your Phoenix Rising debit card. It's a great way to support the team. Spread the word, and you can score $100 when you get one. I've got to say, it's the coolest looking debit card I've seen. Visit arizonafederal.org/Phoenix Rising for more information. Rivas, sliding challenge put in. Here comes Phoenix. Rodriguez leads the break. Couldn't get that ahead for Egbo. Moar was on this near side. Here's Calistri, low drive, and he scores! Joey Calistri, are you serious? 2-1 Phoenix!
It's the circle of trust in the Valley of the Sun. Joey Calistri shines bright again. All starts with the youngster, Arturo Rodriguez. Asked him to calm those emotions in the first half. It's turned into a quality performance in the second. Bad turnover, but still, there's the pressure. It's poor playing out of the back. Justin Smith gifts it right back into Joey Calistri. Little head up. Hop, skip, and a jump. The bottom corner. Another victory for Joey Calistri. Comes in the 66th minute, second of the night, second for Phoenix, and they're back out in front.
It's an Arizona Federal Credit Union goal for Phoenix Rising. Calistri, his second tonight, his third on the season. And all of a sudden, Phoenix back out in front. If you needed a man who knows how to score goals against New Mexico, Rick Shantz picked the right man to start this one tonight. And now what's the response from New Mexico? Cross sent in, nobody there to receive. And here comes Phoenix, Moar goes down, gets back up. A kind deflection. Rodriguez, Arturo Rodriguez still going, and then it's knocked away. And after that goal was scored, New Mexico United making quite a few subs. They'll scroll by here. Michael Azira has come on. And Pablo Guzman made way. Armando Moreno checked in for the goal scorer, Sergio Rivas. And Kalen Ryden also came on for David Najum. That's his first game back after 3 missed for Kalen Ryden. Miscommunication there as this will roll out and chance to take a breath.
Why stop now? 68th minute, 69th minute, excuse me. Math is off, shocking. Bit of musical chairs for it. New Mexico United. I want to see if they stay with the 3. It would be easy to drop into a 4 and bump one of the boys up into the midfield. Josh Suggs could easily do that. Or you could move him into the right wing back position. Justin Schmidt, Kalen Ryden are going to be next to each other no matter what. Ryden's been the central piece all season long. But as mentioned, Troy Lesesne quite happy with Justin Schmidt. And there is Kalen Ryden, number 22, back from a little bit of a back tweak. 3 games out, 3 draws consecutively, of course. 5 overall for United coming in, winless since July 12th. 2-1 victory over the Charleston Battery. Seems like eons ago.
Flag up for offside. Armando Moreno, also one who have just checked on for New Mexico. He'll be representing El Salvador in the upcoming World Cup qualifiers next week. Of course, that first game against the United States, that on Thursday. Here's Azira. Some experience in MLS, Azira. Now Suggs. Moreno can't keep it in play. Goal kick. Arizona Complete Health is the exclusive health plan partner of Phoenix Rising Football Club, providing each member the tools they need to successfully manage their own health. No matter your age or stage in life, Arizona Complete Health has you covered. Good quick passing. Ends up at the feet of Santi Moar. In for Rodriguez. Deflected shot sends Tampakis scrambling. It'll be a corner kick for Phoenix.
He knew exactly, too. That's a great move by Santi Moar. Once again, that little square ball back across. It's been on all night long, Josh. Touch inside, 3, 4, 5 yards away. Put it over your shoulder, extra run, quick little move, and put it on frame.
Here's Quinn. Tenari went down. Farrell's header to the back post, bouncing around, and out for a goal kick. Sub coming on, Isidro Martinez will come on for Andrew Tenari. Picked up that yellow card. Sean Lassane just protecting his player here. So Martinez checks in as the 4th sub of the match for New Mexico.
He's just tired, trying to get fresh legs in the midfield. They're scrambling, and there's still a glimmer right now inside 20 minutes to go. With the way that the second half is gone, you wouldn't feel it. Phoenix Rising doing such a good job of battling back in, and that will be the end of the night for David Egbo as well. And here you go.
Well, this is the moment that Phoenix fans have been waiting for since the announcement just a few days ago. It's Darren Maddox on to make his Phoenix debut. Time in MLS with Vancouver, Portland, DC, and Cincinnati. He's scored just about everywhere he's gone. 16 goals, just about 45 caps for the Reggae Boys, the Jamaican national team. And what a big talent to bring here to Phoenix for the run into this season.
What a nightmare for New Mexico United to have that kind of talent, and to be fair, the window that Rising wanted to work with. They wanted to ease him in to this season, obviously as quickly as possible, which can really counteract the point. But 15, 20 minutes to go, fresh legs, a tired back line. Watch out.
In behind, Maddox timed it perfectly. Darren Maddox wide. His first touch in a Phoenix Rising shirt was nearly a goal.
He doesn't miss many like these. Really close on the back line. What a little spin in by Rodriguez, and then off to the races. They didn't get it right. Was not timed appropriately. A player with confidence in stride takes a touch, goes around the goalkeeper, and embarrasses him. That's just a striker right now trying to find his way.
Quick throw in taken, Weehan on the turn. Martinez, now Azira. Martinez curls, too far for Sandoval, bouncing out of play. If you can't watch the match, turn on Sirius XM FC, channel 157, North America's only 24/7 source of soccer radio, featuring Ray Hudson, Tony Meola, Rodney Marsh, and USL All Access with Mike Watson, Devin Kurt, every Tuesday night, 7 Eastern. You can also hear live action from the USL, MLS, Premier League, and more, all on Sirius XM FC 157 and the app. Any teasers?
We are going to be joined by Richard Chaplow.
Ooh.
From Orange County.
No teasers, we're just throwing it out there.
I'm telling you right now, the interim for Orange County, who is unbeaten. It's only 2 games, but still, winning a draw. A draw on the road, you got to fly cross country. Any result at the Battery is a good one. Even just a point and 0-0 draw. They probably lacked a little bit of energy.
Again, let's just run through. Misplaced pass finds Moar. Maddox lurking there in the middle.
Be real careful, a couple players for Rising on the back post.
Here comes the cross. Redding got a foot to it. This will be a foul and a free kick. Sandoval fouls Lambert.
Any trickery up their sleeves inside 15 minutes to go. Left footer of Aiden Quinn. Even his magic, does this extend beyond the reach? I'm never one to bet against him. I will say that there is, at least at this point in time, nice little mismatch on the back post with Lambert. Whether or not United shift their marks, that's a different story. He's actually sitting over the left shoulder of James Musa, behind Ryden.
It's Aiden Quinn, and bouncing into the arms of Tambakis. It's kind of one of those in-between distances.
It's very difficult, and 32, 35 yards out or so, you've got to get so much pace behind it, Josh, but at the same point in time, you got to get some sort of English on it. Now, you can catch a ball that square that it's still going to move for you, but it's got to be something super special.
Rawls sends this downfield. Moar, the last touch. Here's Sandoval on the turn. It's Armando Moreno looking infield. Moreno headed away. It was Schmidt who got the final touch, and then it's cleared away. Right down the left, another cross fizzled in, bouncing around, it's an own goal! Rawls punches it right off of Musa, and it's tied at 2.
Only so much you can do if you're Phoenix Rising. Good sequence just prior for Devin Sandoval. If you could get one player to lead you, how about the Albuquerque native? But as this thing is swung in, it's just unfortunate. Rawls coming off, doesn't want to catch it. I don't blame him, goes for the punch. Just wrong place, wrong time for the center back and the goalkeeper that gets us back to even.
You just didn't really see it coming. Completely against the run of play in this second half. We told you there'd be goals, and for the 5th time in 5 matches, each team has scored multiple goals in this series. Mexico still want more. Here's Moreno. His shot is into the south end. When you are looking for options and hope, when you want world-class medical care and support from experts who can give you the answers you need, you know where to go, Mayo Clinic. Find out more at mayoclinic.org/Arizona. Moar took a hard spill, holding his lower back as play continues. Sandoval. Too far for Moreno. Moore looks to be in some sort of pain here. You go back a few minutes ago to that chance Darren Maddox had.
What if?
Yeah.
You're not always going to get more than one. Sometimes you're going to get much less than that. You might only get one. And you hate to see the fact that it's his first touch of the game and he's not able to bury it, and then you concede in that fashion. To be fair, though, Josh, the other side of that is they provided themselves some quality opportunities throughout this game. They shouldn't be worrying about that one chance. They've had more than that. Of course, nobody accounted for the fact that Alex Tambakis was going to have the game that he's having. Quality display by the goalkeeper from New Mexico United. Just came up lame right on the back side of it. He doesn't really get touched. It's a non-contact. These are always the scary ones. Just tweak something in his lower back.
It's good to see between Suggs and Moar. Of course, the former teammates.
Oh, what a combination that was. One of my favorite pairings that I've ever had the opportunity to witness firsthand in the championship.
Moar has come back on. Good to see there for Phoenix. Lambert sprays this across for Moar. It is well off his chest. Moar to the end line, cuts this back, falls through. Here's the shot. It was Calistri, who is sitting on a hat trick now. King skies it.
That's a great take by Joey Calistri. This is on frame. This was his third of the night. Good recovery to get a body in front of it for New Mexico United, though. Well worked by Moar. Calistri appreciative of the efforts from the Spaniard.
Now Suggs. Martinez wins a corner. An own goal has given New Mexico a bit of a pep in their step. Here's Martinez. There's space on that far side for Schmidt. Good first touch there by Moar. Room to work for Rodriguez. He gives it right back to Moar. Cuts it back into the middle. Maddox wide. It was there again for Darren Maddox.
The building blocks for Phoenix Rising here in the second half are built on faith and the fact that no matter where Santi Moar is, find him and you can find success. Over and over, we see balls down into this left flank, cut back across to no avail.
Subs looks like readying for Phoenix Rising here for the last few minutes. Lambert goes up and over the top there of Sandoval. Here's Martinez in the middle. Farrell fell down, he was fouled. Now he's holding his lower back. Phoenix will go quick. It's intercepted by Suggs.
Handball.
Looked like they came off his hand, yeah. Referee didn't spot it. Moreno ends off the challenge by Musa. New Mexico keeps it. Martinez. He'll have a hit, and he'll drag it wide. That'll be Prince Sadie coming on. And replacing tonight's goal scorer for Phoenix, a brace on the night for Joey Calistri.
He'll be remembered for the goals, but more importantly, the impact he had on this game, Josh, with just the confidence. He was one of the players on the front line and in the team in general that started to will this team in a positive direction, closing out the first half. Great recovery, and of course, fantastic finishes.
Sadie's no stranger to a late goal. Scored one, of course, against Orange County just a few weeks back, his first for Phoenix Rising. Playing him behind for Moreno on the turn. Moreno, here's this off Musa, corner kick New Mexico. Moreno goes down in the box. It's a foul and back to Phoenix. Once again, Lambert over the top, play goes on. Here's Tate Schmidt. Lambert still down in the middle. And now Schmidt joins him. But play continues on. Mowar scores! Santi Mowar! It could be a winner for Phoenix!
It's been 48 days since the Spaniard tangoed his way to victory. Go all the way back to the game against Los Dos, and Santi Mowar, 9 matches without a goal coming in. No Solomon Asante, Rufat Dadashov gone. Lacking goals up front, lacking results, all of it. Chips in the middle and stacked against Phoenix Rising, and still Santi Mowar finds a way down the end of this to make an impact on this game. He's been magnificent here in the second half, and he bags his 9th on the season.
That goal presented by Arizona Federal Credit Union. And of course, against his former club, that's Tate Schmidt, who is still down for Phoenix. It was a weird passage of play. Lambert went down, and then on the counterattack, Schmidt went down right next to him, and then all cycled into the goal.
How about the fact that you bring on the substitute in Sadie, and if it not for the substitute, Mowar still lined up on the left side. He switches to the right flank, which we've seen before. But Sadie, with his pace, he likes to attack from outside in. Mowar's capable too, though. You've seen him do it for New Mexico United. Of course, the form that he was in early on this season almost tied the consecutive game goal scoring record set by Haji Berry back in 2018. That was 8. Mowar got it to 7, bridging back to 20. Finally back on track, and finally might have himself a game winner.
Ryan Flood comes on for Tate Schmidt. We are into 3 minutes of Sprout stoppage time. Should get more than that minimum of 3. Will also be Manuel Madrid. will replace Arturo Rodriguez.
Can you see it out now? Given the fact that you had the stoppage because of injuries, Josh, you're probably going to get an extra 90 to 100 seconds if you're in New Mexico United to go find something else deep down in the well and grab another goal here.
We started play at about 92-20, so we could get quite a bit of stoppage time here at the end after that long stoppage to the goal. Here's Darren Maddox. Martinez keeps it alive. Suggs curling in. And it right back into the middle, but Lambert thumps it clear. Flag up for offside. Phoenix will take their time here. Well, it's time for our Sprouts stat of the game, and if things stand, this would be the first win for Phoenix Rising when conceding first. Here's Sadie. Flood gets it back in. Martinez sends it downfield. Nobody there in a yellow shirt. Long downfield. Moar. Just go to the corner. At this point, just waiting on the referee's whistle. Another throw into Phoenix. And there's the final whistle. Phoenix Rising is back on the winning track. They do it in dramatic fashion. And once again, this match against New Mexico United does not disappoint.
No, and they're going to feel like it's Groundhog Day. New Mexico United, 7 winless, 5 draws in that time frame. Back to the drawing board, but not for that man right there. First goal and run of play, July 3rd. Excuse the math from early on. More importantly, the Spaniard back on the score sheet. Bags his 9th of the season. It was 9 scoreless games. They did not need lucky number 9 because lucky number 7 got the game winner and added extra time to push Phoenix Rising on to a much-needed 3 points.
Well, we'll come back, make sense of it, and wrap things up. It finishes here from Wild Horse Pass. Phoenix Rising 3, New Mexico United 2.
The unknown is not empty. It's a storm that crashes and consumes, replacing thought with worry. But one thing can calm uncertainty: an answer. Uncovered through exploration, teamwork, and innovation. An answer that leads to even more answers. Mayo Clinic. you know where to go.
At Arizona Federal, our passion is to help out the community where you live and work, because where you bank should make you feel good. Show your support for the home team with the Phoenix Rising Visa debit card. When you open a new account, you can score $100 just for using your card when you shop. How's that for an easy goal? Be a part of our commitment to the community. Arizona Federal Credit Union.
All smiles tonight from Phoenix Rising. And of course for Joey Calistri and Santi Moar and the former teammates exchanging pleasantries here at the end. But Phoenix a dramatic 3-2 win. Let's go back and look.
There, more importantly, add 9 onto his name, put some respect on it. 3 points for Phoenix Rising, 11 clear in the Pacific Division.
Well, here's some more numbers for you. You got that one right. 11 clear.
Got it.
And San Diego a 3-1 lead right now over Sac Republic, and Oakland Roots a big win over Tacoma today. What do you make of this?
That might be your playoff picture right there. If Tacoma Defiance can hang on, there's a lot of work to be done. Understand there's a lot of games in hand. I'm not betting anybody out, just saying that the recent run of form we've seen from everyone, it's still Phoenix Rising and everybody else, regardless of how their form has been recently.
Phoenix will be in action next at Cheney Stadium in Tacoma on Sunday on CW 61 Arizona. But tonight, here at Wild Horse Pass, another dramatic match between Phoenix and New Mexico. For our entire crew, broadcast partner Devin Kerr, I'm Josh Eastern saying so long from Phoenix, where it finishes Phoenix 3, New Mexico 2. Good night.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League Championship cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League Championship.